What's up, y'all? It's your boy Elliot K. Prophet here on my channel, The Millennial Mindset. The channel where we teach you how to defeat this shit as a millennial. Okay, there's a lot of social constructs going around that we must defeat to become better and to grow and to get this shit popping, because none of us want to have a 9-to-5 job and go home, watch TV, and do some average shit. So, the purpose of this channel, if you're just tuning in, is to give the common man's perspective and to level up from that. I know on YouTube we see people who've got all the answers, who've got it all together. They're doing this stuff and they make it look so easy, and they give you a few steps to do it. And then you watch the video and you're all hype and you're like, shit, actually, like, I'm not there yet. Like, it's just something internal. There's like something in between that you're missing to get to the level that they're at. And so what I'm providing is that in-between step. You know, I want you to be here for the transition. That's what it's all about. We want to take it to the next level, and I want to show you in the field, and so we can relate off each other's current mindsets to help us all get to that level. So, today's topic is leagues. Is she out of your league? This is more for my guys, okay? Well, I'll answer this question very simply. No, she's not out of your league. Guess what? You're putting yourself out of her league. Simple as that. What do you mean by you're putting yourself out of her league? You ever like see a girl and before you even talk to her, like, you come up with 10,000 reasons why you can't? You come, like, she's dressed nice, she got a fat ass, like, everything, her hair is pretty, her face is pretty, she looks like a model, and you're like, oh my gosh. Like, you look at yourself and you just think to yourself, oh man, she's just out of my league. Well, most of the time, if you say something's true about yourself, then it usually is. So, off the gate, like out the jump, you're automatically just saying, oh, I can't talk to this girl. And so all the game that you've had, all the thoughts that you had planned, they go limp. You turn to that same like little kid who was afraid to talk to the pretty girl when you were 12. Same guy who was flustered when the hot asshole was smashing the chick in college. So all those internal conversations are arising, and they're all just telling you you're out of your league. And so most of the time, what you're really doing is you're putting yourself out of your league. Like, so let me let you know a secret, guys. There are no leagues. It's a social construct. Basically, you're weeding yourself out for the prettier woman. Like, you're making it easier for her. You're categorizing yourself. And what I want you to know is that your confidence should help you break out of that category. So, I'll give you an example. Me and my roommate, after we went to this Caribbean festival, we embarked upon this place called Seaside Lounge, and we were going home. And just passing by, and it was lit. It was lit. We already come from a festival, but we were like, fuck it. My roommate was like, let's fucking go. Like, it's on the way home, shit. So we pulled up, got out the Uber, and it was like, man, eye-opening. All the baddies were there. You know, they had the hookah playing, the music blasting. There was no cover. I mean, it was like a young, hip, millennial type vibe, but it was Flex City, you know. You got the rollies, you know, on the Rolls Royce outside. You got the big chains, the big chokers. I mean, everyone in there looked like a rapper, but no one in there was a rapper. Everyone in there was just putting on these things to compete with each other because they felt like this is what they needed. And I was fresh too, you know. I had on some Gucci shoes, some Gucci glasses. You know, I didn't have on no chain or nothing. I had a nice little watch. And where I've messed up is I subscribed to that same notion. You know, my roommate was like, oh my gosh, we found it. We found the holy grail. You know, this is where it's at. This is where it's going to pop off. And I told him, nah, man. Like, you know, they're flexing too hard out here. You know, they're overpricing, you know, the market right now. It's just not our scene. You know, we got to boss up before we can get, we got to go home and just work harder, and then we'll come out here and we're a little better, And internally, I was saying, I'm not good enough for these women. I don't know what their pockets were looking like. I don't know anything. I just go to a nice spot, see people nicely dressed, and I just assume, oh man, these people are better than me. So the only thing that stopped me from really talking to any of these women was my own conversation. And when I did make the attempt to talk to these women, I realized that it wasn't confident. It was coming from a place of scarcity. And I probably didn't even try to go for the girl I really wanted. I just probably tried to go for a girl just to make a conversation. And my game wasn't there. I just pulled up and was like, hey, excuse me, how you doing? On some quick, slick shit on the side. And she said, hey, and kept walking. I didn't command her respect. I basically was intimidated in myself. I didn't hold my ground. And I didn't even pursue. Like, she just said, hey, and walked off. And I just let her walk out feeling defeated. And shout out to my boy Rolo Tomassi, because he's like the founder of this shit, about this no leagues theory. And yeah, he was basically like, that's all in your head, bro. Like, so here's how to overcome that. You basically have to trick yourself. You basically have to have overzealous confidence. Like, you have to pretend, because you're going to think it. Like, you're going to think it, but you have to tell yourself, when you see all the flashy lights, all the Rolls Royces, all the cars, all the clout, you have to tell yourself, that shit means nothing. It's not there. I'm a person, I'm a guy, and I'm here. You find the girl you want and you talk to her. You don't think about anything else. Don't think about what you have on. Don't think about if she have her on. Don't think about the settings. You tell yourself when you walk into a place and you're feeling really intimidated, you say, that shit doesn't matter. Just tell yourself, just free your head and say, that shit doesn't matter. And honestly, the trick is that after you tell yourself that shit doesn't matter, you have to act quick. Because the longer you stand around, when you want to go run to the bar to get like comfortable, or find refuge in a place and you stand around to take in the scene, that's when you shoot yourself in the dick. Because like you take it in, the sensory overload, it overpowers you. You're like, oh my gosh, the ballers are here, the bad chicks with the hookah, oh my gosh, it's killing you. You are literally devaluing yourself by the minute as you stand in and take in all of this nonsense, right? So the trick is, when you walk in, you just gotta say, none of this matters. You see her, you see whatever. Don't even look at her surroundings. Like, she could be like 5 feet away from this dude, and you could say, oh man, that might be her boyfriend, but probably it's not. And if it is, he'll step in. And if it's not, you have a potential shot at getting this girl. You have to say nothing's matter and just go in. Treat her like, Becky Sue in the office. Treat her like the 6 at the bus stop who you wanted yesterday. Think of her as nobody, because you don't know her yet. You don't know her. She is not better than you. Nobody is better than you. You are yourself, and you're working on yourself. Okay? So that's all I want you to get. There's no such thing as leagues. None of this shit matters. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. Looks, money, power, those are definitely tools to give you an advantage. That's definitely there, and that will help you. And I'm not saying that you're not going to get rejected your first time. It might give you some introspective on what you need to do better on if you're getting the same results. But what I want to tell you is, you got to keep talking to the women, or making moves with the people who you really want. Don't settle for the societal 6s and the 7s that you've trained your brain that's all you're worth. If you want an 8, you keep trying 8s. You don't talk to 7s. You don't talk to 6s. If you want an 8, just keep talking 8s. Get shot down. But guess what? You're gonna get better at talking to 8s. Okay? And then an 8 will be your league, no matter what you're dressed like. Okay? Because there's an abundance of 7s and under, and honestly, you're not gonna be happy with it. So I just want y'all to focus on that. There's no such thing as leagues. Keep focusing on what you want and shoot at what you want. And don't tell yourself anything else. You want to limit the time that it takes for you to make a move, and block your senses from consuming all of the outside things going on, because that's really screwing you. You are an amazing person, and you got this, and there's nobody better than you. So, once again, no leagues. I want you to go out there this week, do your best, And if it doesn't work out, just go back to the drawing boards and you work with it. You know, step your swag up, hit the gym, just little things that will help you look better and feel better to do the same thing. All right? This is Elliot K. Prophet on the Millennial Mindset. Till next time, guys.